Today, I'm going to show you guys how to set every single Rolex the most simplest way. As you know, the Rolex no-date Submariner is obviously not going to have a date, so this is going to be very, very simple to set. First up, you're going to see the crown over here. You're going to unscrew the crown, and you're going to feel it kind of pop out. You're going to pull the crown out once, and you're going to move it around, and you're going to go to your exact time. So right now, it is 4 o'clock, which I passed it, so we're going to go around. We're going to get it right over there. We're going to push that crown back in. Now, one of the most important parts when setting your watch, once you're done, always make sure this crown is closed back up. If you leave it open, even as much as washing your hands, water can get inside. So you're going to push that crown in, and you're going to screw it back shut. Once it's shut, don't go like forcefully trying to do it more. Just give it a tight little closure, and you're ready to wear it. Now, we got is going to be, well, you know what, let's do a Rolex Skydweler. How about that? This is going to be one of the most complicated movements in the Rolex catalog. All the movements are going to be based on the bezel itself, right? This bezel is going to move and turn, and it's going to give you the different functions of the watch. So what we're going to do first, again, we're going to unscrew the crown. Before we do anything, you're going to feel it pop out. So when the bezel's all the way clockwise, it's going to be locked, and it's not going to do anything if you pull the crown out. Now you're going to turn the bezel once, and you're going to pull that crown out. This is going to give you the ability to change the date and the month. So right now, as you can see, the watch is set in July. The reason why I say that is because you see that red mark right over there? That's going to be 7, that's representing July. So right now we're August 26th, so we're going to have to make that red go to the 8, which represents August. If it was at the 9, it would be September. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull the crown out once to go into that position, and we're going to move it to that 8 function right over there. So today's August 28th, so we're going to go around, and I always like to do the day before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the 27th, so I know my AM and PM. When I move the hour hand around, I don't pass the day. So what we're going to do is we're going to push the crown in. Always make sure to push that crown in before you turn the bezel to go to the next function. So now we push the crown back in. You don't have to screw it back shut, just push it back in. You're going to turn that bezel one more time, and this is going to give you the ability to set your local time. As I'm moving the local time, you notice the 24-hour GMT is not rotating. So for me, I always feel it's easier to set the GMT time before you set your local time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to always remember, before you turn that bezel, push that crown back in. You're going to turn the bezel one more time. Now as you pull the crown out, you can see that GMT 24-hour is moving. So right now it's 4:15 local time. We'll do East Coast time, so we'll do 7:15. Remember, it's military time, right? So we're going to go to 1900 hours, which is going to represent 7 p.m. Eastern time, and we're going to make it go to 7. It's actually 7:20 right now. It's 4:20 local time, right? So now we set our GMT hand. We're going to push that back in. You're going to go back to the function to set your local time, and you're going to make it go around. So we know our AM and PM, right, because it's switched. You're going to go to 4:20. You're going to push that crown back in. Turn that bezel back to the locked position. Always remember, screw your crown shut, and now you're good to go. The watch is August 28th. It's 4:21 local time, and it's 7:21 Eastern time. This is available for sale too, by the way. We got to sell at the same time, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's brand new. This is the newest reference number. So this is going to be the 336-2023, brand new, fresh. Couple days old. We're going to be doing it at 23,500. So next up we got is going to be the GMT. So this is going to be the dual time zone by Rolex. This is going to be your second time zone right over there, the blue hour hand. This is going to be your, obviously, your home time, right? And then your bezel is going to represent the 24-hour military time. So what you're going to do is you're going to unscrew that crown. There's a correct way to set it, and then there's a permanent way to set it. I like both ways. Now, if you do business in one place or you have family in one place and you want to do a permanent setting, you can actually set that GMT hand, set it to where you want to see it, and it will continue to rotate. So let's just say it's 5 o'clock, right? So we're going to unscrew the crown, pull the crown out once. This is to set only your local time, right? But like I always say, I like to set the GMT hand before. So you're going to pull the crown out once to position, and then you're going to pull it out twice. And now as you move this, you can see the GMT hand is moving, right? So we're going to set it to military time as we turn the crown around. As we turn the crown, we're going to go to 1700 hours. So right now, it's set to 1700 hours. You're going to push the crown in. You're going to pull it out one time into position one to change your local time. And as I'm moving this, you see the GMT hand is not moving. So we're going to set this to 5 o'clock. Push the crown in, close it back shut. Now, let's say East Coast time is 3 hours ahead. What you're going to do is you're going to use this bezel to actually move 3 hours ahead of time. You're going to go 1, 2, 3. So now you know East Coast time is 8 p.m. Let's say you're in Hawaii time, right? We're gonna move the bezel back because Hawaii's 3 hours behind, right? So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3. So now automatically you know it's 2 o'clock in Hawaii. So let's say we're trying to go for Tokyo. Tokyo is 16 hours ahead. So what you're gonna actually do is you're gonna take the bezel, you're gonna go 1, 2, 16. So now automatically you know it's 9 a.m. in Tokyo time, right? So you could essentially tell the time anywhere in the world as long as you know how far ahead the hours are. Of course, obviously there's an iPhone for it, but at the time when there was no iPhones, this was one hell of a mechanical movement. Now, we're gonna get into some of the more simple ones, which is the date and the time, and I'm gonna base it off a Datejust 41 two-tone with the champagne diamond dial. First up, again, you're gonna unscrew the crown. You're gonna feel it pop out. Before changing the date, I always recommend to move your hour and your minute hand between the 6 and 9, so that way when you're setting it, just in case the hour and the minute hand are by the calendar, you're not rubbing up on the calendar wheel, and essentially as you do it for years and years, you don't wanna break that, right? So you're gonna go 1 pull out for the date, twice for the time, right? We're gonna just move that over here so we don't have to worry about that. Push it back in, pull it out. We're gonna change this to the 28th. So remember, I always say the day before, so you know your AM and PM. Pull out one more time. Now you're gonna go around until you see that switch to the 28th. So we have to go around one more time because the watch was obviously AM before, now it's PM. So watch, as I switch that over, you see it switches to 28, right? So now automatically we know it's AM. So it's 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. And it is, let's just say it's 4 o'clock right now, right? Let's go to 4 o'clock. Let's say it's 4:05. We'll move that to 4:05. Push that crown back in. Now look, as you push it back in, you can see the crown is still open, right? Always remember, always make sure to push that in and screw it back shut so water does not get inside. There you have it. Simple, right, Nate? Am I making it simple? Or
no? Oh yeah, no, 100%. After this, I'm gonna be messing around with them, changing
days, like a watch
time.
expert, like a horology expert now?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Just don't like play with it on my watches, okay? Watch my video first before you start playing with my watches. Okay?
No, I'm definitely gonna watch this maybe like 4 times.
Okay, you know what? Let's go over the Daytona a little bit, right? Because I actually had a customer come in today and said, hey, my Daytona does not work. The second hand is not moving. What he didn't realize is the Daytona is actually a built-in stopwatch, right? So the second hand on the watch is not the second hand. It's within the chronograph. So I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Now, a lot of people know this, but some people don't. This second hand right here is not the second hand on your actual watch. The second hand on the watch is that middle chronograph circle right over there. You see how that's going from 30, 40 to 60? See how that's sweeping a little bit right there? That's your second hand on the watch. This is meant for your stopwatch. So this right chronograph circle will record your 30 minutes. So 10, 20, 30 minutes. This will record you every 12 hours. 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, 6, 9 hours, and 12 hours. So to start that, you're gonna actually unscrew from the top, unscrew from the bottom. You're gonna pull all the way out and you're gonna push the top first and you're gonna start the chronograph and that's gonna start your timer. You can click the top to stop, start, stop, and then you click the bottom to reset it, and then always make sure to close that back up. So always remember, this does not need to be moving for your watch to be working. Your watch is fully functioning, keeping time, as long as that right there is moving, because that's your actual second hand on the watch. Simple?
Yeah.
Simple. I don't want to use crazy terminology. Make it super simple, super clean.
Is that a second-hand problem like pretty common within like when people come in?
Most people, when they're buying it, they've already done their research on it, so they kind of know. But yeah, it does happen a lot with a lot of other brands too, right? With any chronograph movement, don't feel like, oh my God, I didn't know that, and you feel shy to come in or anything like that. Just always ask or kind of look it up. But yeah, that is, a lot of people get confused with that. So I always like to explain it, and I always tell my staff to explain it too. All right, so next up, we're gonna do it on a day-date. Day-date, what that function means is it's gonna give you the complications of telling you the day and the date, and it's gonna give you the time as well, okay? So right here, we're gonna do it on a vintage 36mm day-date. So always remember, again, we're gonna unscrew the crown, and you're gonna kind of feel it pop out. You're gonna pull the crown out once, and you're gonna go clockwise for the date. You're gonna go counterclockwise for the day. So right now, let's say it's Friday the 25th. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go forward to the 24th. You're gonna go counterclockwise for the day, and we're gonna go to Thursday. So we're always gonna do the day before, so we know our AM and we know our PM. So you're gonna pull the crown out one more time, and you're gonna go around till that day and the day switches. Now you see it's Friday the 25th. You're gonna go around, let's say it's 10 o'clock, 10:10. So we're gonna go to 10:10. We're not gonna go past that 12 o'clock again, right? Because you don't want it to switch to PM. Push that crown back in. Always remember, screw it back shut. And then you're good to go. That's how you set your day date. Super simple. Only takes like literally less than a minute.
Nice.
Next up, we got is the Yacht-Master 2. One of the most complicated watches to actually set. It's made for regatta yacht racing. Obviously, they make 10-minute intervals. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn the bezel all the way over to the right. You're gonna push that crown in. You're gonna turn, open up that bezel, and over here you're gonna see that's gonna be the chronograph right over there, right? You're gonna be able to set it. So you can go to 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute, 6 minute, 7 minute, 8 minute, 9 minute, 10 minutes. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn the bezel back. You're gonna feel this bottom pusher right over there kind of pop out. Screw the crown back shut, and you're gonna click the top pusher. And you're gonna start that timer, and that's gonna go from 10 minutes to 0. Stop, start, stop, reset. You see you can reset. It'll reset back to 10. Now to set the actual time, it's just like a normal watch, right? What you're gonna do is unscrew the crown, pull this out, pull the crown out one time. Let's say it's 4 o'clock. You're gonna go over here. Let's say it's 4:07. You're gonna move that over to 4 o'clock. Move that to 4:07. Push that back in, and then push the crown in. Make sure you don't leave that open and shut it. If you want to leave that going, you can go, and this will go from 10 to 0 again, and that's how you set the Yacht-Master in the most simple way possible. A lot of people get confused with this watch. Don't get confused. It's a really, really simple trick. There's a lot of videos on them to make it very complicated. I mean, literally just do exactly how I showed you, and you can use that if you ever find yourself in a situation where you're in a yacht race. Pop my video up and watch that bad boy. You'll learn how to do it in 30 seconds. Right, Gabe?
What?
I'm an expert, right?
Yes,
On the
yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
Very enthusiastic. And that right there, guys, is how you set every single movement type on any Rolex. I hope I made it simple. Make sure to comment down below if there's anything different you want to see or what you guys thought of the video.